Right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted to be joined today by Charley Hull. Charley, I've just watched you walk across the village out there and get stopped for so many autographs and selfies. It's only Wednesday and the atmosphere is already great. Is that how you're feeling? Tell us about what it's like out there.
Yeah, it's really good. It's obviously nice to just be back in the UK and having so many people out here like supporting the golf. It's great.
Yeah. We'll get microphones out to the crowd, but of course your star continues to rise off the golf course. Happy Gilmore 2 was out this week. Can you tell us about what that was like?
Yeah, it was quite a long day. It was good fun, to be fair. It was pretty cool to meet Adam Sandler, and it was pretty cool. Obviously, I watched the first one when I was a kid growing up and that, so never thought I'd be in a movie, but there you go. I'm definitely safe to say that I couldn't be an actress. Just to film that scene took all day. I don't know how they got the patience.
Excellent. Do we have questions from the floor? Yeah, right here in front. Thanks.
Charley, can you just speak to the golf course? I know Royal Porthcawl is a pretty new one for the LPGA and LAT.
Sorry, say that again.
Just can you speak to the golf course? What's it playing like out there? And how do you find the test so far?
Yeah, it's really good. I think it's a great golf course. I played here back in 2011 in the Junior Bagliano. Me and Georgia Hall played here for GB&I, and me and Georgia was paired here. And back then we was inseparable, and we played together in foursomes. And I remember in the practice round, I always used to play with a number 3 marking and 3 orange dots, and in the tournament my ball would be a 1 with 3 orange dots. So we've gone out on foursomes, and on the third hole I've hit it right, but the day before I've hit it right in the practice round. So anyway, she gets down there, she just sees 3 dots on the golf ball, she whacks it on the green. I'm getting up to the green, I think I've got a putt to win the hole. I flipped to the ball, I said, George, we've got number 3 here, we played with 1. No, Charlie, it's got your markings on. I said, yeah, that's my ball that I lost yesterday in the practice round. Lost the hole immediately, which was quite funny. But so I've got good memories from this golf course, and I think it's such a great spot for everyone to come. The golf course is great, and obviously I played here back in January with Nigel Edwards as well. He helped me out, and it was great.
Looking at the golf course, it seems like there's a lot of sneaky pot bunkers off in the fairways that you can hit into off the tee. Knowing that you've hit it right on at least one hole, what's your strategy for your tee shots this week?
Well, usually I'm a very good bunker player, but these are very penile, so you just got to get them out. So it's the fence of this golf course, and I think if the wind blows, it's going to be very tricky.
Kathy.
Charley, can you just tell us how your health is? How are you feeling, and are you back 100%?
Yeah, like on Sunday, I pretty much felt back to normal, so it took like 3 weeks, 3 weeks actually, so it's been quite frustrating because I've not really been able to get into the gym or anything. I've done a run yesterday actually, but the week before I was sick, I hurt my back lifting up a box out my car, and then my back's been really playing up, and it's been making me not hit it as well because I've not been able to go to the gym to do my rehab exercises. So I'm not hitting it the best coming into this week, which is very frustrating because obviously it's been the event that I've been looking forward to playing all year, but I've just got to go out there with what I've got, and at the end of the day it's just a game of golf and you've got to go out there and have fun, so I'm not going to let it beat me up too much. But yeah, apart from that I feel pretty good.
And just going back to strategy on the course here, are you using a driver or...?
Yeah, I've got a driver in my bag, obviously I'm going to use it. I felt like I've lost a little bit of distance where I've been poorly lately and not really been to the gym. So my swing speed is down probably about 8 miles an hour. We've noticed that when I was on Trackman. But just got to get my swing feels in and just try and be confident. I've got my new rescue wood in the bag, which is more of a deal-off. So I've got 2 rescue woods in the bag and took the 3 wood out. But we're actually going to have a little talk about this in a bit, whether I want the 3 wood in the bag or the longer rescue. It just depends on how I feel. But you just got to keep the ball in play, be patient. You never know what the wind will do out here. I don't really know what the wind and score will be. I haven't really got a feel of it yet, what the wind and score will be. Does anyone know what they reckon it will be?
I don't want to hazard a guess.
No, I reckon if you go for 10 under, you're not going to be far away.
Great. Matt.
I spotted you last night going for a jog.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying the spots where you can go for a jog this week?
Yeah, well, that was the first run. I went for one run last week, and I didn't feel too good after it, so I learnt my lesson. And I thought yesterday I fancied going for it because my back's a bit sore, but my physio said I've got to keep on walking and moving around. But he didn't mean go for a run, but I just had to go for a run. And yeah, it felt all right. It was nice. The scenery is beautiful around here, to be fair. And yeah, it's quite a nice little spot.
But that's an indication that you're feeling a bit better.
Yeah,
that you can get out there.
100%, which is good. I look back now thinking, God, I used to do a lot of exercise. I must have been so fit back then. I've actually lost, I think, in 3 weeks I've lost 4 kgs, which is quite a lot of weight.
And another question, you really would prefer to be everybody hitting blades and everybody playing with old style clubs, and I think you'd be, maybe would have won a major by this point if that had happened. Have you ever actually tried with like old hickory sticks?
Yeah, I have before. Back in the day when I was like 9 years old, me and my coach, Kevin Fearbold, like back then when he taught me when I was younger, we actually made like one of the clubs. Like when you bind it, varnish it, sand it, everything. We'd done it and went out and played with it. That was pretty cool. And that was I'd love to there to be like a fun event to do that.
Could you imagine yourself in the late 1860s playing golf with little feathery balls and things like that?
I'd love that. I think it would be so much fun. I think to be fair, I think golf back 20, 30 years ago, like say 19 up to like 2000s, it was more of an art. Like the players, like even the men would have to hit draws and fades to stop it in. But I think where now it's become more of a power game, and where it's become the technology's advanced so much, everyone just can hit it straight and far, and it's kind of taken the art away from it. Like whenever I watch golf, I watch, Shell's Wonderful World of Golf and all that lot, or like who won the British Open in like 1970s and that. I found it way more interesting back then. Like I wouldn't watch golf now really.
And just a final thing, were you aware of how bad the weather was last time there was a big tournament here?
Yeah.
Did you watch that at all?
Was it the senior?
The seniors, yeah.
How long ago was that?
About 3 years ago?
Yeah, I remember one of the caddies saying that he cadded from the LPGA cadded for one of the guys this week and they got absolutely drenched. So yeah, hopefully we've brought the sunshine with us this week.
Jimmy.
Charley, with everything you mentioned about the lead up not being ideal, can that almost be a positive? Because this is a very important event for you, and maybe you can build it up too much if you're in good form and you're coming in like that. Does having a less than ideal thing maybe become a positive this way?
I can understand that, but I felt like in the last 2 years I've been in like autopilot, where like even when I'm hitting it bad, I've got enough confidence just to go out there and rip it. And like leading up to the event, obviously I've had 12th at US Open and 12th at Women's PGA in America, and then a third, and then after that, last week I was coming back, I finished 21st, but then I obviously had to pull out of Evian. It's just like, it annoys me because it's such an important part of the time of the season, and it's something I look forward to all year, and it's just like, damn it. But at the end of the day, just get me making a few birdies to start with, I think I'll get my confidence back straight away. But I understand what you mean, beware of the injured golfer and stuff, but I'm feeling good now, so hopefully all the practice that I've done the last 2 days is going to make a difference.
Charley, your game suits major championships so well.
Yeah.
How much and how hungry are you to get that major title?
Yeah, 100%. I'd love to win a major. I think, I'm going to be truthful with you, I don't think the British Open on links suits me the most. That's why I always find like I play well, at the US Open, but I think I've got to get that out of my head. But when we played it in Walton Heath or at Woburn, I always find them kind of golf courses suit my game a lot more. But it's more visually off the tee. I find links quite intimidating. But we played Charley, which is one of the tightest golf courses in the world, KPMG, and everyone was saying how tight it was, but I looked at it and I thought it was the widest golf course in the world just because I like tree lines, do you know what I mean? But I think it's a visual thing with me.
Yeah. Iona.
Hi, Charley.
Hey.
The AIG Women's Open has become such a brilliant event, and the facilities that are offered to you as a player get better year on year.
Yeah.
This year, I've heard you guys have got saunas, you've got all sorts, you've got a gym in there. I'm wondering if you could tell us a bit about the facilities that you have and what you appreciate most as a player.
Yeah, 100%. I think they step it up every year. I think it's great what they do for us. Like, I'm even going to go to the food. Like, the food in there is like so healthy food. And at the end of the day, we're sports people, so we're like athletes, and the food that they're giving us is like the right food to fuel our body rather than just eating burgers and chips and stuff, which everyone loves a burger and chips, but it's very important. And to have the gym here at the golf course, because sometimes, especially in the UK, it's very rare to get a half decent hotel with a gym, so they look after us in that aspect, and everything on site, I think that's like in that area, I think that is the best major for that by far. They walk it by a long shot.
And just to the side then.
Hi, Charlie. Appreciate what you've been saying about your back. All the headlines coming in here have been about Lotta W. Is there a part of you that thinks, well, that's great, but actually, I'd quite like to remind everybody over the next few days exactly what I'm capable of doing?
Listen, I think what Lotta W has done is absolutely unbelievable. Like, I played with her in the practice rounds in Ireland, and then I played with her in the first 2 rounds last week, and at the minute I think she's playing on such confidence. She cannot miss a shot, and I think it's great to see. Like, she's a breath of fresh air for the game, and at the end of the day, like, obviously I want to win the tournament and everything, and yeah, but I don't care when people say, oh, I'm still here, because I am still here. I'm out there and enjoying it, but no, I'm actually like really proud of Lottie for what she's done. That's like goosebumps kind of stuff.
Well, I guess it's human nature that you'd like to see your name up in the headlines again.
Yeah, well, I want to see my name on the trophy. I don't care about being up in the headlines. I don't really read the headlines, do you know what I mean? I'm just literally just go out there, play golf and play good, and hopefully I can get my name on the trophy.
Great. We'll just go back to Iona.
Sorry, me again, Charlie.
No worries.
I'm wondering if you managed to catch any of the highlights of the England women's team winning the Euros, what you made of that victory, and if you feel like you are part of something bigger in women's sport that's happening right now, particularly in the UK and in England,
Yeah.
and what role you think you have in that, because you are such an exciting character and we all love watching you and you've got your own unique stamp on the game. Do you sometimes wish that you could share the load with other charismatic players? Do you think that women's golf needs more players who have their own thing going on? Or do you feel like sometimes you have to carry that quite a lot yourself?
I don't know, I don't really feel like I've got to carry anything. I'll just be me at the end of the day. But I think it's unbelievable what the England women's team done. I think that's great, just for sport in general. Do you know what I mean? You can wake up in the morning and go and play a game that you love and you earn money from it. Like, God, that's just an unbelievable life, don't you think so? Like, and you're healthy, you're fit. I'd encourage any kids in school and everything to get into sport, even if you're not going to become unbelievable at it. But I think it's something that's great. And I think sporting events like that and like this, I just think that just pushes women and girls and kids, well, anyone really in general. So I think it's pretty cool.
Do we have any final questions for Charlie? No? Well, Charlie, thank you very much for your time today. Best of luck this week.
Hi, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks.